I am on self-isolation from work, I thought I'd try doing this video a little bit different. I thought maybe we could do a little watch me do my own nails. So as you can see, I have taken off the previous set. My nails do not look amazing at the moment, so please excuse them. So first off, we're going to start by pushing everything back again. I had my last set of nails on for about 2 weeks, I think it was. So there shouldn't be too much here for me to clear out and tidy. So just be careful whilst you're doing this with your cuticle pusher that you're not pushing on the nail too much. We only really want to get rid of all the dead tissue that we've got. I'm going to do my very best to try and stay in shot for all of this. I actually have a new camera and stand and light, so with any luck you should be able to see everything quite clearly. And I will do my best to stay in shot, like I said. Alright then, so just brush all that off. Make sure there's nothing left on there to come off. My poor hands are really not liking having to do all of this sanitizing, because it's really drying my hands out. So just getting rid of any dead tissue, tidying up. So I hope you all are keeping safe and well at this moment. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm really struggling to feel Christmassy at this moment in time. Part of me kind of feels like this year is done. So I want to move on and get to 2021. And hopefully it will be better. But we'll see. So once we've done all that, make sure we've got it all. And like I said, I have already taken my old nails off, so they don't really need much prep work doing. I'm just going to file down that free edge. I'm pretty roughed up already. I think what I am going to do is something a bit Christmassy. I mean, I've already got this on my right hand, and this is quite cute. I do like this one. So I did get some lovely snowflakes off of eBay that I was going to use on one of my clients. but unfortunately now I have to cancel that appointment. But better be safe than sorry. So, sizing the tip up. Because my nails are quite flat, I'm just filing along the top, because these, I don't know if you can see, but these tips that I use are already pinched, and my nails are quite flat. I think that's from years of biting them, if I'm honest. So what this does is it just makes it a little bit more flexible. So we're going in with our base glue and just applying a small amount. I may leave these ones quite long as I can't go into work, because during the day I work as a midday supervisor at my local school, so I tend to keep my nails reasonably short, but I tend to change them every 2 weeks, so I may leave these ones quite long as I'm not going to be at work. So we're just holding this down into place until it's set, and we know it's not going to move. Don't think we'll leave it quite that long though. Probably end up stabbing myself if I did that. That's not quite right. Right, and this one is a little bit wide, so we're just gonna file the side. I try and always do the same amount of files on the side, on each side, sorry, just to keep it even. And again, small amount of glue. So what I'm going to do now is just stick on the rest of the nails. I'll come back when I'm cutting them down. Right then, now to cut these down a little bit. Let's go there. Don't want them too long. So I do still need to be able to do things. That's not too bad. I'm not sure what shape I want at the minute. whether to go. I normally do sort of ballerina, but I don't know whether to try a bit more rounded for a change. Look, so I'm just going more underneath just to bring the shape in, and then we'll have a look. Have a quick look at that. Oh, I quite like that. That's quite pretty. Okay, let's try this for a change. So then I'm just putting in our shape. And then we want to blend the end of our tip in with our natural nail a bit. I do find I put my hands in some weird and wonderful positions when I file. And what we're just going to do is repeat this on all 5 fingers, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so now we're all shaped. I think we're a little bit wonky on that one. Just sort that out. Yeah, that's better. Now all shaped and blended, we're going to go in with our dehydrator. I think I've told you before, I tend to do 2 of these just because I find since doing 2 lots of dehydrator I get a lot less lifting. So once the first lot's dry, go on again. And then we're going to go in with our acid-free primer. And we only need this on the natural nail, you don't need to put it up on the tip. So whilst that's drying, I'm going to pop my monomer. I'm using clear monomer from Glitterbels. Put that in my dampen dish. A bit of kitchen roll. Right, so the first thing I always do when I do my own set, just move this over here a bit more, give myself a bit more room, is I go in with the clear. So we've got Glass Slippers by Glitterbels, and I always, whether I'm doing a set on myself or on somebody else, I always go in and do a very thin layer of clear. So wiping it off and then tapping it into our powder. You don't need much, just make sure I'm quite neat. Pull the excess down, so we don't want it to be all bulky. And we're just going to do that on all of our fingers. I see this part as part of my nail prep, really. So I find it to be just as important as buffing your nail, doing your dehydrator and your acid-free primer. So then onto our last one. Small amount on, wipe off our brush, tap it down into place, and then pull it down the nail. Make sure you do sort of wipe your brush out in between, just so that we don't end up with big clumps of acrylic stuck in our bristles, which I will be completely honest with you, when I first started doing my own nails, that happened a lot. I think I probably killed 3 brushes in the space of a couple of months. Not proud of that one. So once we've done that, on 2 of our nails I'm going to do blue, dark blue, and I've got these cute little stickers to stick on as well. May use the snowmen, can't decide yet. Definitely using the snowflakes, obviously. So on the other 3 nails, we are going to start off with putting in a smile line. This is Glitterbels Cashmere cover. I think this is one of my favourite cover colours, apart from almond shimmer, I think it's called, which is stunning. It's got a little bit of a gold fleck to it and it's very pretty. So I'm just going to bring it down the nail and try and give ourselves a bit of a smile line. Don't worry if it's not perfect, because we can tidy this up. Just want to make sure that everywhere we need it is covered. Just a little bit more on that one side. Just there. There we go, it's better. If you have a little bit too much, just scrape it off. There we go, so that's one. And then same again. The middle fingers, place the bead. I think I probably should have got a slightly larger bead on this one. Let's make sure the cuticle is nice and tidy first. Just gently pat it and pull it where you want it. We are going to have to add a bit more to this one. It's not quite thick enough. So in again. This time I'm going to add it partial way down. And then bring it out so we can try and get similar shape to what we've got on our little finger. bit more up by the cuticle. I don't have enough to give me an apex. And that's where we need our strength. Go, and then last one for this is on our thumb. And start halfway down this time. So blending it in. And then shaping it. If you keep hearing a little ringing sound, it is one of my cats. He's decided to give himself a bath. And every now and again you can hear his bell on his collar. Alright, let's take our next bead and pop it near the cuticle, and then again work it in, manipulate the bead where you want it to be. I will be the first to hold my hands up to say I am not amazing at this. I am still quite new to the art of acrylic. But I absolutely love it. And I think as long as you have a passion for something, the rest will come with time. Or at least I hope so. If I'm doing this on somebody else's hand, I definitely don't tend to make as much of a mess. Right then, so I'm going to leave those to set. And whilst they're setting, we're going to go on to this one, and it is Mystery. I actually got this colour for a friend of mine for a set of nails, and been slightly obsessed with it ever since. So with these you can do your beads a little bit wetter, because all we really want from this is to add colour. We're not building our strength from it, it's just the colour. And if you're going a bit wetter, be super careful around the cuticle, because you really don't want to flood. And again, still making sure, wiping our brush off. We need a little bit more on that tip. It's a little bit light. brush off again. And then do this on our pointer finger. If, whilst watching this, any of my viewers have any pointers they could give me on how to improve my technique, I'm quite open to hearing it. Just message me in the comments. I'm very much a strong believer of you never know everything, and we are always learning. So if I can help you learn, brilliant. If you can help me learn, brilliant. I think in this sort of business, that's how it should be. We should all help each other grow. I love looking, especially on sort of the Instagram, towards other accounts that I'm following for inspiration and seeing the amazing things people can do. Right, I'm going to put that one away. We're all done with that one, I think. So give our brush a good clean. Now for sparkles. Okay, so we need our glass slipper again. Excuse me. This is a glitter that I've made up myself of several different silvers, and I think it's a white iridescent. It's so sparkly. It's like diamonds. It's pretty. And there comes in the other noisy cat. So what I want to do is get a small bead of clear acrylic and just put this on the tip of our nail. I don't want too much because we do have to go over it, and then we go in with our glitter and just tap that into our clear. He's so pretty, he's so shiny. If you want a bit more, the other way you could try doing it is picking it a bead of acrylic and then putting it straight into the glitter. I'm not sure which way I prefer at the moment. I kind of use both. I think that's because I just want as much glitter as possible. So I'm gonna make sure we've got that everywhere we want it and nowhere we don't, like that. Pat it all into place. See, so shiny. So I'm just going to do this on the other two nails now. So a bit of acrylic, pop it on, brush it down, and then into the glitter and just press that into our acrylic. put that everywhere we want it. Lovely. And I'm packing a little bit more, I think. Off again. Now into our thumb. So a little bit of clear everywhere we need it. Rid of the excess. And then just tap everything in. A little bit more again, dip it in, just so we can pack a bit more of that sparkle in there. Not quite sure why I lisped then, but hey ho. Now, clean our brush off. You don't need any more of the sparkle. And then what we want to do is we just want to encapsulate all of that glitter. And then we don't need to encapsulate where we've put the cashmere cover because it's a cover powder. We just need to cover where we have the glitter. Make sure you pat it over all the areas where you've got your glitter on. Down on the sides. Don't forget, keep wiping. Trying not to pick up any more glitter on my brush that's on the tea towel. A tiny bit more on that corner. There we go. That's better. Because we don't need to be too finicky with it. We are gonna file it afterwards. So I'm just gonna repeat that on the other two. Turn this over because I don't want glitter everywhere. Clean the brush off again. So now I need these. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put these on and then encapsulate, purely and simply because I am rubbish when it comes to keeping gel polish on my fingers. I have the worst habit of picking at it, so at least some tweezers. So at least if I've encapsulated it in clear, and hopefully I'm not going to pick them off. So let's have a look what we're going to do. Not sure how easy these are to get off. I've not used these before, so let's see how I do and how many I rip. Oh, okay. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Oh, cute. Like that. Okay, let's use very small. There we go. Use this one. And I'm going to put that right up to the edge in case I end up filing some of it back down, just to be on the safe side. And now, let's do, what have I got? That one. Let's get a different shape. Let's do this one. This one's cute. If I can get it off. Aha. And then one more equal one. Let's do you. I'll pick them up. And you can go there. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm moving you a little bit, I think. Up a little bit. And then we got another little side one I could use. Do a different small one. Let's do this one. Sorry guys. I can't get it off. Okay. Super fiddly. Yay or nay? I'm not sure how I feel about that. Use this one here a bit more. And that one there a bit more. And one more there. And then I think we'll be happy, she says. Yes, I like. Should we have a snowman on the other one? Snowman down here will stick. And then do this one here. And then this one stuck to my tweezers and doesn't want to come off. This one there. So then, like I said, we're going to go back in, we're going to encapsulate this now. So, this is where we put our strength in. This is what we build our apex with. I don't always build my apex straight away. I tend to like to cover the nail and get it quite neat first, just because I can be quite messy. Sometimes I get an apex and I don't realise it. But very rarely that happens. So as you can see, I've not got much of an apex, so I'm going to let that one start to harden a little bit. So we'll go in and do this one. Make sure we get it nice and neat for that cuticle and the edges. Go back over, and now we're going to put our strength in. So we only need the extra here. We don't need to blend it down too far because we've already done that bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, the less filing I've got to do, the better. Most people that do their own nails, if they can get away with as little filing as possible, they're happy. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to put a tiny bit more on the end. And then blend that up. And wipe any of that excess off. I guarantee you, if I wasn't making a video right now, you wouldn't probably hear anything from my cats. You'd probably both be fast asleep or outside. But you start shooting a video and they decide to make a ton of noise. Zola is my Tom. He's black and white. And we've had him, I think it's got to be coming up to over a year now. Yeah, it will be actually. Missy is a full black cat. She was a stray that lived in our garden for probably about 2 or 3 months. Zola actually brought her home, which I think is quite funny. And yeah, we advertised to say we found a cat. She wasn't chipped. Thought she was a lot younger than what she actually is because she's so dinky. And and nobody claimed her, so she's kind of made herself at home here, which we don't mind. She's a lovely little girl. Took her to the vets to get her neuter because we get a lot of toms come in our garden who come round because of Zola. And yeah, found out she's older than what we thought. She's a year old and she'd already been neutered. So Dave, my husband, repeatedly telling me that no, we only needed one cat, we weren't getting any more, ends up giving in and we now have 2 cats again. So there we have it, all encapsulated. Managed to still make a bit of a mess on the sides of my fingers, but never mind. Lid on our monomer. Get rid of this. So now what we've got to do is file everything into shape. Once you've finished with your filing, you're happy with it. I've gone over with acetone to clean off any dust and to smooth the nail down. You're then going to go in with your no wipe top coat and just put this on all the nails and then cure this for 60 seconds in your lamp. This is when you really get to see the glitter shine, because as soon as you put that top coat on, it just stands out. Once you're fully cured, we're then going to go in with our cuticle oil and rub that in. And that is it. Your nails are done. Thank you very much for taking time to watch this video. I know it's one of my longer ones. If you've got any questions, leave me a message in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon. Bye.